From the floor of the CME Group, this is Danny Riley on today's Cash Close. And the name of this video, it's kind of a serious title. French terrorist and the S&P 500. Not a good combination. The high of the day in the S&P came in at 2060 half early in the morning. The low came in at 2031 half mid-morning. And last, we're 2040 even. We're down 15 handles. Total volume, 1.8 million minis trade and 4,500 big S&Ps trade in the Fed. MOC, the MIM was dicking around 50 million either side, and the actual came out MOC, sell 300 million. Next week's economic schedule starts out with 19 separate economic releases, 4 Fed governors or bank presidents speaking, and 11 T-bill or T-bond auctions. Monday's economic schedule starts out with no economic releases. We've got Dennis Lockhart speaking. We've got a 3-year note auction, and then we've got Alcoa kicking off the earnings season like I've been talking about earlier in the week. Now look, it's been a roller coaster of ups and downs for the S&P. The 4-day decline had the S&P down 83 handles. The 2-day rally had the S&P up 70 handles. And then today's decline had from the 2060 level sold off 25 handles. So, when we're talking about volatility, I think we're seeing this stuff. As I said, I think there's going to be a big uptick in volatility as we go into the beginning of 2015. Now, I said yesterday on the video that, I didn't have a very good feel for it on the close, that the S&P had gone up so much that I wouldn't be surprised that the S&P sold off 20 or 30 handles. It was down 25 at its low, so I got that. Now, the big concern here for me is the way the S&P is going out. It's going out on the rather weak side, but also Fridays and Mondays have not been very kind to the S&P. So I'm wondering, as we go into the expiration next week with kind of weak stats on Monday, do we still go down a little bit here? Could we, go back down? I think there's a possibility of that. But as I think the week wears on, I think the markets are going to start to go back up again. I guess there's 2 last things. And then, the other thing, and I kind of got to look at this, is the Pitbull's Thursday, Friday low. Did it come today? I don't know. And then the last thing I want to do, I want to send out my condolences. Mr. Top Step, Danny Riley, wants to send out his condolences to all those poor souls that lost their lives in Paris. You know what? Global terrorism is going to continue to be on the epicenter of what's going on both around the globe, but also in the markets that we trade on a daily basis. It's in France today. There's threats about this stuff moving into Europe or into London and then into the U.S. And you know what? That would be something that would be a market-turning event for the S&P. And I'll tell you what, 0 rates won't matter when that happens. We're going to leave it like that, you guys. I want you to have a very good weekend, and we'll see you on the opening print.